guys, I'm Danica.
And I'm Damien.
And this is Couponing and Cooking with the Gabbs.
Why you doing all that? Thought you was my wife, but you slapped me in the back.
Okay guys, now for today, we are going to make Italian beef, Chicago style, and French fries. Just super duper simple. I'm out here in Las Vegas and we are not fond of the food here. Chicago is a big foodie town. So we have a specific way that we like our food, especially like gyros, however you pronounce it, or Italian beef specifically. So for today, I'm going to show you guys how I recreate Italian beefs. Now, you guys can buy the expensive Italian beef from your deli counter. That one is super duper expensive. So what I'm going to do today, I did just go ahead and just buy some thin steaks. You can get the thinnest that you can find for this, because what it's supposed to do is shrivel for you, and it's not supposed to cook a super long time. But because I'm not using the specific Italian beef steaks, I'm going to just use some super duper thin steaks that I got from my store. I have one of the Hispanic stores here in the Southwest region, Mariana's. So I'm going to tenderize this. I'm going to clean it real quick, tenderize it, cut it into strips to make it cook a little bit faster. Usually for Italian beef meat, you don't have to cut it into strips, but I'm going to cut this into maybe medium-sized strips so that it will still cook a little bit faster. Okay, now let me go ahead and get started. Okay, now what I'm going to do right here is just take these, and I'm going to, now this is my process. My actual coupon fairy in my Couponing at its Finest Facebook group the other day, she did post if people actually wash their meat. Some people, it was just a discussion question. Some people do, some people do not. I do. Because, well, it depends on where you get it from. Because this is from one of the Hispanic stores here, this is just cut dead off the, from the butcher itself. So yes, I do clean this. And I've been doing that for years. So I'm not going to stop that. I clean, I tenderize, I write on my Ziploc bags, and I freeze per meal. That's what I usually do. Now this is two different kinds of cuts that I have. I have beef sirloin, and then I also have a top round. It's mixed because that's just what they had today, which is really not a big deal because both cuts, you can see right here, are super duper thin. So that means it's going to be less of a cooking time. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to rinse this in cold water. That's all I do, and I don't specifically wash my meat. I just rinse it in cold water. If you use warm or hot water, you're actually cooking your meat that there, and it's going to start turning brown on you or gray. So I've always been taught to just use cold water. Okay, now that I have it just rinsed off, what I'm going to do is actually, before I start cutting, I'm going to lay them out in the sink as flat as I possibly can. Now, usually I'll go ahead and tenderize and freeze, but since I'm about to cook it now, I'm going to just put some tenderizer on it, period. So that it won't be so tough, because when you get your Italian beef meat, the specific kind, it's not going to turn out tough because that is the specific one. But because this is just straight up steak, you don't want it to turn out tough because it kind of defeats the purpose, even of it being Chicago style. Okay. Now, I have it all tenderized. I just slapped it all in one side of the sink. And then what I'm going to do, I'm not going to cut these into super thin, like small strips. I'm going to just cut this in half. This one is a little small by itself. Now, a lot of you guys are saying, oh, she's cutting it with scissors. Yeah, these are my kitchen shears for meat specifically. I'm not doing it on a cutting board. I mean, if you wanted to, you could. just do it on a cutting board with a nice sharp knife. This is a little bit quicker for me. So this is just my method. Now I don't do it like this all the time. But because of time restraints, I'm going to go ahead, because it's late in the evening for me, and everything I do in the cooking videos is actually our dinner for that day. So I'm going to go ahead and just use my kitchen shears just to save a little bit of time.
Alright, so first things first, we're going to put our meat in the pot. Alright, and next we want to put in 2 cups of water. Next, we're going to put in 2 cups of beef broth.
And guys, if you hear that in the background, I can't stop it. But we're going to try to talk over it because we do have neighbors. We have a townhome, so we're attached to neighbors. And right now they decided to sing. So, so that if you can hear that, that's what that is. That's not my house.
And next, we're going to put in the au jus gravy. And just some seasoning as well.
Okay, and like I told you guys previously, we are a family that likes hot food. So you can do what we're going to do is crushed pepper, cayenne pepper, seasoned salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and black pepper. So if you guys do not like spice, you can omit any parts of those seasonings that you don't eat, or just tailor it to your taste. Like I said before, we're Southern folks, so we eyeball things. So I'm not 100% on the measurements that we usually use. So yeah, that's not. Okay, and then we're just going to turn that on medium heat. So you can turn that on to 5. Yep. And then just mix it around just a bit. And then put your top on and let that boil down. And that's about it for that part. It's super duper simple. That's good. Okay, put your top on it. Okay, and we'll see you as soon as that part is done, because that's pretty much going to be it for that. Once your meat does boil down, it's going to reduce down. That's what we did. 2 parts water, 2 parts beef broth, and the au jus, because we're not using our typical Italian beef meat. And it's just slightly thicker than what you would get at your deli counter. So we needed that extra juice in there, so that when it reduces down, our juice doesn't go completely away, because Chicago style is dipped. And I'll show you guys what dipped means as soon as this is done. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and check on our Italian beef meat. It's been about an hour. Usually Italian beef meat never takes that long, but because that's not the specific meat we're using, it's going to take a little bit longer. So it has shriveled a bit right there. You can see that, and it is boiling down really nicely. Now I'm going to let it boil down just a little bit more. I'll give you guys a time on the next part, because I'm not 100% sure. I just wanted pretty much where I can, you see right here, I can't get my spoon through it. I want it where I can get the spoon through it. So it's been 45 minutes now. So probably maybe another 45 minutes, and it should be just fine. So I just wanted to show you guys the progress after about 45 minutes of boil time. Okay. All right, I'll be right back with you guys for the next part.
Alright, so now we are going to put these fries on the pan.
Yep, just any sheet pan is fine.
Then we're gonna spray them with some healthy chef butter flavored nonstick cooking spray.
And this is just regular spray that you guys see in my Dollar Tree haul videos. So yeah, just $1. And the fries are from Albertsons. That was that last haul video you guys saw on my channel. And if you're new to Couponing at its Finest YouTube channel, welcome. And then also we do have a Facebook group under the same name, Couponing at its Finest. And in that haul video, the last one I did for Albertsons, that's where those fries came from. So they were $1.75. So they were couponed.
Alright, now we're gonna put some garlic powder on them. Some black pepper.
Yeah, that one falls out fast.
Some Kingsford lemon pepper.
Make sure you show it.
And some McCormick Chipotle sea salt.
And that one's a grinder. Damien and I both found at, well, it's in certain regions in certain states. It's called the 99 cents only store. So that was actually $1. So that was like a super lucky find for that. Because usually McCormick is anywhere between $3 to $5, especially for it being its own kind of grinder. And then once again, make sure that you guys do, if you want to go ahead with all the seasonings that we used, if you can find those, you just do it to your own personal taste.
Alright, we're going to put the oven on 400. And just slide them on in.
Okay, so that's pretty much it for the fries. This, like I said, this is a super simple meal. Our Italian beef is almost done, so I'll just show you guys the finished product as soon as it's tender. It's been boiling another 45 minutes, so far we're at an hour and a half boil time. So I can give you guys an ending boil time and just show you guys, actually the next part, I'm sorry, is going to be the assembly, because I have to show you guys the rolls and how we assemble an Italian beef. Okay guys, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I assemble my Italian beefs. So, at my Hispanic store, they do have what's called, I'm not sure if I can pronounce it correctly, but bollo rolls or bolero rolls, whatever that is. Or you can use specific Italian beef rolls. But these were 3 for $1 this week for me. So I bought 9, so that ended up being $3 for me. So they made each one of these 33 cents. So what I'm going to do is, because they are uncut, I'm going to take a really sharp knife, but they're fresh made, so they're really soft. And I'm just going to cut a pocket into it. I have a family of 4, so everyone is going to get 2. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, because our meat is 100% done, it's nice and tender, I'm going to take each roll, open it up just a little bit, because like I said, these are fresh made in store. Let me give this a little stir. Get this out of the way. And I'm just going to put some meat into each one. And then I'm going to show you what makes it Chicago style. And you guys can see also that it has still shriveled just the same. And I'm going to do this in portions because I want to make sure everyone gets some. That's why I cut it up. That's another reason why I cut that up like that earlier. Okay, so this right here is what makes it Chicago style. Now, everyone here in my home doesn't like it this way, but I do. So I'm going to just do mine. So make sure you have your plate around and you're going to take and dip it. This is called dipped. You can either do it that way. You can use tongues. However you want to do it. And this is mine, so I'm going to put extra on top of the au jus sauce. And this is Chicago style Italian beefs. We eat ours dipped. Well, whoever likes it. Okay. And that's pretty much going to be it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish fixing the plates, and then I'll show you the finished product. Okay, guys, this is the finished product right here. I did add, I never pronounced this correctly, but gardeniera. I always call it gardenia. That's completely wrong, but yeah, that's what that is, which is just pickled vegetables. You can buy these at any store. They come mild or hot. We usually get the hot, but I ended up getting these as a filler item in one of my Dollar General haul videos. They are $1 at Dollar General. And then also I did add the jalapeno slices. Those did come from Dollar Tree, so $1. So that's pretty much it. And here are the chipotle fries that my son made. And then my Italian beef is dipped. Everyone else's is not. That's my husband's plate. And then this is the kids' plate right here. It has nothing on it. They eat plain stuff. So yeah. But the Chicago style version would be like this. And then sometimes they also add cheese. You can do cheddar cheese if you want, provolone, whatever kind of cheese you want. We really don't eat the cheese ones, but that is also Chicago style as well. Okay, guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And happy couponing and cooking with love. Bye.